I was in college, one of my friends he kept talking about this book called Atlas Shrugged. And so I had never heard of it before, or at least I had never read it. And so I went home, I was talking to my dad about it, and my dad's like, oh, I got that book right here. He had it on his bookshelf, and so I read it. It was a really thick book, but it was written by a lady that came out of socialism. I think she was Russian, and so she came to the United States, wrote this book. Her name was Anne Ryan, I think. But she wrote this book back in the 50s. It's all about socialism and how the government slowly takes over. I think it has a lot to do with how they're doing things today. They keep putting more and more regulations, and finally, the people that are actually producing, they finally just one day in the book, they just kind of give up. They're like, well, what's the point? Because there's so many government regulations, there's no point in trying to do anything. So I think that was a good book. I think that kind of got me thinking more about, I'm more on the conservative side. I want the least amount of government intervention as possible. Government has its place, but I'm capitalist all the way. I think that's how it needs to stay.